Here's Dreamer, Chapter 17. The trio seemed fascinated by his struggles. It was like watching sport to them, as they were obviously enjoying themselves. It was now clear to Jack, as they weren't friends, they were evil. That was the last of his worries, as the sand reached up to his chin, and he had an itch on his legs, but there was no way that he could reach it. It was agony. Then laughed, and the scorching sun shone down like a laser beam, as if wanting to punish him. I'm doomed, thought Jack, as he struggled in vain. Now the sand was up to his mouth, and although he was hungry, he didn't fancy a mouthful of sand. He much preferred a sandwich. He closed his mouth tight and felt the cold, runny sand on his lips like rancid porridge. Jack gave one more valiant effort to get free, and the evil trio roared with more laughter. He sank under further. It was a terrible feeling, and he closed his eyes and wished he was somewhere else. The pressure was so great that he thought he would pop. It was like being in a vice which was slowly turning by an invisible hand. He felt the sludge going up his nose, and then he was submerged in a thick, gooey soup of sand. Jack sat and said a silent prayer, and that was the last thing he remembered, as he was swallowed mercilessly. Then, a few moments later, all that he could see was bright blue and the sounds of birds shrieking all around him. I'm in heaven. I must be in heaven, he thought. Then he passed through a cloud, and he looked down at the green fields and the houses below him, looking like a model village. He was flying like an eagle, and he held onto the bar and guided himself as he glided across the sky like a dove. The wind blew his hair from his forehead, and he felt free and alive. It was magical, a great escape. He soared over bridges and watched as the trains sped by, and he could see the passengers reading their newspapers. And a child waved to him, but he couldn't wave back. He didn't want to let go of the bar, which was keeping him safe. He could see an aeroplane in the distance, and he heard its engines booming. He lifted himself higher above the clouds, and he watched the white of the plane pass beneath him. It looked like a toy, but he could feel its power, and it was as if the clouds were shaking in fear. Jack turned the hang glider, and he decided to get closer to the ground. He wheeled around and dived like a heron. He passed over a church, and he could see a happy couple getting married in a fog of confetti and champagne. All of the guests were waving, and it looked like they were having such a good time that he felt like dropping in for a glass of bubbly. Then Jack passed over smoky factories and noisy motorways, and he saw the white cliffs in the distance, and he decided to head for them. A gaggle of seagulls escorted him, and he marveled at their intricate beauty of their wings up close. They were a work of art. Then dark clouds were gathering in the distance, and the light rain began to cool him down. It dipped towards the rocky grey waves, and a dolphin smiled at him as he hovered over the rapidly rising waves. He didn't know where he was going, and that was the beauty of it. As he pulled up, a large wave threatened to submerge him.